I'm Kiersten. I'm here with Elephant Guardians of Los Angeles and our partners, Los Angeles for Animals. And we're working on the campaign to free Billy the elephant from the Los Angeles Zoo. Billy is an Asian elephant. He has been held at the Los Angeles Zoo for over 28 years, and he's currently held alone. He's kept separate at all times from the 3 females who are also held in the exhibit. And his repetitive head bobbing and swaying motions are the classic symptoms of elephant trauma caused by captivity. So we're really hoping to get everyone's support here. We do have a motion in front of the Los Angeles City Council. There's a hearing coming up on October 24th. Right now, they're just in front of the Arts, Parks, and River Committee. They're putting together a panel of independent veterinarians to do an assessment of Billy's health. So we're hoping on the 24th, they're going to vote to approve the criteria. We also have a rally coming up on October 20th. We would love to get everyone out at the zoo October 20th at 10 a.m. to support Billy's freedom. And you can find out about our events on Facebook under Elephant Guardians of Los Angeles. You can also sign up for our email list here at our booth. And I would also just like to talk a little bit about zoos and the issue of conservation, which is why we're all here today. Zoos started as menageries that were just exotic animals held in cages for people to look at. And when people started to realize that this was no life for a wild animal, zoos had to reinvent themselves to stay in business. What they did first was to start the trend of natural habitats, which placated the public for a while until it didn't. I mean, we're learning, we're evolving, and we know this is no way for a wild animal to live. So now the zoos have started their new public relations campaign, and they justify their existence now by saying they provide education and conservation. And I would just like to say a little bit about that. Even if the modern zoo does provide some support for conservation efforts, and even if there is some educational value in looking at wild animals held against their will in unnatural conditions, I think we can work together to find a better way to achieve both of those worthwhile goals without causing the suffering that goes on behind zoo gates. I don't doubt that the humans who work for the zoos and volunteer at the zoos care about the animals, but there has to be a better way to demonstrate that concern other than confining wild animals so we can look at them. They don't belong to us, and we have no right to look at them. They are unique individuals who belong in their natural homes with their family and their friends. The fact that their wild homes are disappearing is no excuse. We have only ourselves to blame for the fact that we are losing wild habitats and species are going extinct. We need to work together to save their wild homes before all we have left are living monuments behind bars, lonely and depressed reminders of everything we have lost. We can phase out this outdated practice of wildlife captivity in Los Angeles and be a model for other cities and their zoos everywhere. While the current captives must be supported for life, whether in zoos or in sanctuaries, we must end capture, we must end captive breeding, and we must end wildlife trading. Eventually, the zoo can become a local wildlife rescue and rehabilitation center with programs like the successful California Condor Reintegration Program. Then we can continue with the crucial task before us of conservation, both locally and globally, as well as teach our children a true respect for nature and all of its amazing inhabitants. We can show our concern, our appreciation, and our love for other animals by respecting their right to be their magnificent selves in their natural homes. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. And free Billy.